So Little Miss Ulta decided to have a sale, and this sale, you guys, I think is better than the 21 Days of Beauty sale. I mean, I did pick up some stuff during that sale that I really love, but this sale, I was just kind of blown away by how many brands are on discount right now. So if you love really beautiful quality, affordable makeup that is now discounted on top of that, then this video is for you. I'm basically going through all of my top picks for the sale, but I will leave details and a link to the sale because there are more brands that are on sale other than the ones I'm talking about today. I just wanted to focus on those finds that I really, really love and the makeup that I really stand behind. And there's also some other beauty products as well. So first of all, this is a new find that I'm wearing on my eyelashes. So it's the L'Oreal Voluminous Original, but they recently came out with a bunch of new colors, and this is this beautiful purple shade. And I'm wearing it on my eyes, and I'm telling you, if you have green eyes, this really makes your eyes pop. And it's so subtle but impactful. They also have like a deep green, like kind of like this color, and I don't know why I didn't pick it up. Will now be picking it up because they are, I believe all L'Oreal mascaras are 30% off right now. So that is definitely a product that I can recommend. I really love this mascara. I'm surprised that I love it as much as I do because I remember in the past not really being blown away by it, but I think that it's really fluttery and pretty. And the colors are really unique. I like that they have that burgundy, that really deep mossy green, this purple. They have a beautiful cobalt blue as well. So in general, I'm really excited about this find. Next up, we have Real Techniques. So all of Real Techniques is 30% off. My personal recommendation for the sale is going with the Essentials Eye Kit. So this is one of the brushes within that kit that is a favorite of mine. It's just their crease brush. Real Techniques brushes, I think, are already a steal in and of themselves, but that eye set is really good, I think, especially if you guys do like to use cream eyeshadows. You guys know I love to use cream eyeshadows. Having some good synthetic brushes is something that's really important. Next up, this is one of my favorite bronzers of the year, and it is very affordable, and it's from Revolution. It's their Ultra Cream Bronzer. This is the shade Light, and it is what is on my face today. You guys, this is just as good as, like, you know, the Anastasia cream bronzer. Very similar formula, just as good as the one from Rose Inc. I mean, I could keep going. This formula is beautiful in and of itself, and I just can't get enough. I also love that there are a decent amount of shades as well. And I believe it's either 30 or 40% off. So with this already being so affordable, I had to recommend this one, and it's definitely at the top of my list. It is absolutely gorgeous. You'll surely be hearing more about it. Next, we have Revlon, and Revlon eye products are 30% off. So I love their Wide Open mascara. I need to pick up a new one, so I'll probably be doing that during the sale. But I also wanted to talk about some of their eyeshadows. Their cream shadows, the Color Stay shadows, are beautiful. They're very long wearing as well. Specifically, my two favorites are the shade Caramel. This is like my top pick for you guys. If you want a really beautiful kind of pewtery bronze shade, this is one that I would highly recommend. You can see it right there. It just has this really gorgeous reflection, and they last really well on the eyes because they're more of a thin texture. And I also have the shade Espresso, and this one, you can see I've had it for a really long time, so it's a little bit dried up now, but the same thing goes with this shade. It will make any other shadow that you have on last longer. It's really good as like a base product if you wanted to use it that way, but I like it because it's just more of a cool toned brown. These work really beautifully together. In general, I really like this formula. And Caramel in specific, when you kind of wash it into the crease and you wear it as a one and done, it looks expensive. And lastly, let's talk about the So Fierce Prismatic palettes. I have talked about these in the past, and I think that they are such an underrated item from Revlon. So this is the palette that's a dub. And what's really beautiful about this one is how wearable it is, but also how dimensional it is as well. So it's not your everyday neutral palette, but it's neutral enough that it makes you feel like you can kind of step outside of your comfort zone. I'm giving you guys swatches here, but that is the palette that's a dub. You can see this top shade. These two shades right here are my favorite, but that purple blends beautifully. These are all more of a baked formula, so they're on the drier side. I think that that's what makes them pretty. That's what makes them so thin and skin-like. Really underrated formula here, and I'm not positive if this one is on sale. I'm really hoping it's 30% off as well. This is the Slight Flex palette. It's the first one that I tried. This top shade is a frickin' wet dream. So pretty. I can't get over it. And honestly, this blue shade has become a favorite. Like, I always pair these two shades together, and I was kind of worried that I wouldn't get a lot of use out of it, but it blends so beautifully. And I feel like these palettes, I would happily pay the, you know, I think like $17 that they retail for, but the fact that they are on sale just makes it that much better. So there is the whole palette. What a gorgeous quad that is. Oh my goodness. Just throwing it out there, I felt like crap this morning. I like just got my period, and I told my sister, I was like, oh, my stomach hurts, I'm getting cramps, I'm just not feeling today. And she said, Amanda, it's gonna be fine. Go to McDonald's, get some hash browns and a Diet Coke, and I'm telling you, you're gonna feel so much better. And I'm telling you, my day made a 180 the minute that I drove away from that McDonald's. This is not medical advice, but it could be. Speaking of mascaras as well, CoverGirl eye products are 30% off as well. CoverGirl Lash Blast is a classic, and if you want a true brown mascara, the CoverGirl Volume does have a brown mascara that is truly brown. And by the way, this is like my most used mascara of all time. I've used it literally since like freshman year of high school. Fluttery, lengthened look, never a weighty, heavy lash. It's just such a perfect everyday mascara. Now, Undone Beauty. Oh, hello, Kit. Hi, honey. Are you coming to say hi to everyone, honey? Come here. Do you want to come here? All right, I guess she's just gonna sit down if you hear some pitter pattering. So Undone Beauty is also 30% off. As far as the whole brand, my favorite product is still the Lip to Cheek palettes. So they call them a palette because you can see that there are 3 different lines of pigmentation. I don't know, I just kind of mix it all around and tap it on. But these are so pretty. Where's my other shade? Oh, this shade is my favorite. This is the shade Rosewood. Gosh, this color is so perfect for fall. I love them because they're perfect for that kind of juicy, stained kind of cheek look. They last really well on the cheeks, but they're not difficult to blend either. They feel quite emollient, but I definitely feel them go down to more of a skin-like finish when they're on the skin. They are absolutely beautiful, worth the money, and I need to pull these back out because I haven't used them for a while. I love that little bit of translucence that they have. They're not like a straight kind of milky cheek product. Like if you think of the classic cream blush with more of that kind of pinkish base to it, these have way more translucence, and I think that that's what gives them that kind of juicy, stained appearance. They're just really, really beautiful. Now, something that I am so excited about is that About Face is 25% off, like 25% off everything, I'm pretty sure. Okay, first of all, we gotta talk about fractal eye paints. I think I have one more, yeah. So I have 4 different shades. I am wearing the shade Smolder on my eyes. And that's Smolder, not Molder. Any X-Files fans out there? Let a girl know. So this is the shade Smolder. Look at that, guys. It is such a wearable, wet looking glitter eyeshadow. They blend really seamlessly, and they have a touch of translucence, which helps to give that wet effect. If you've seen my wet looking eyeshadow series and videos, you know that that is something that can really transform a glitter product. You know, the more base pigment you have, sometimes the harder it can be to get a truly wet effect. But these just are gorgeous. They remind me a little bit of the Stila Glistening Glows that you guys know I love a lot. My next two favorites are, okay, Fracture is even more wet looking. I'm gonna say this is my favorite, but you guys, look at this. Look at this. What? They bring it, and they're already pretty affordable. Like, About Face is coming out with some really good formulas at a decent price. You know how like some brands are like, okay, we're gonna make this foundation $20 now, and we're like, damn, like y'all are a drugstore brand. About Face is like, listen, it's gonna be $20, but we're gonna bring you a really good formula. That is what I want to see. I'm okay with spending a little bit more money if you bring me a banger formula. And About Face, definitely, I've been so impressed with the products I've tried. So this is the shade Digital Demise. The shade is so pretty. Look at, okay, imagine this for fall, you guys. This shade, just all over the lid with like a vampy lip. Look. Like, and then the last shade I would honestly skip. It's Tin Pan Alley. I wasn't impressed with this shade. I think that there are other shades that will give you a wetter appearance. It's just kind of like a creamy white shade. On the lids, I find it to be a little bit lackluster, but so these are definitely a favorite. The Fractal Eye Paints do get my stamp of approval. And also from About Face, I picked up some of their eye paints, and I used this one today. This is the shade Cloned, and that's what's in my crease with the glitters. These blend so beautifully. The packaging feels luxurious at 25% off. My first instinct is to say, guys, if you are looking for a long wear cream shadow to set any eye look, to make everything last longer, these are certainly a recommendation that have my stamp of approval. And I have not even been using these for that long, but I'm already so impressed. So let me also give you guys some swatches. I know that some of these shades are already selling out, so, you know, that is something to keep in mind, that if you see a shade and it's in stock, there's a chance it might not, you know, be in stock. Okay, Kip, we're not gonna, nope, don't engage. Don't engage. So this is the shade Cloned. Great pigmentation, so freaking even. This next shade I'm really excited about. It's called The Smell Before Rain, and I haven't worn this one yet. I'm honestly kind of wishing that I used a little bit today, but look at this gorgeous kind of yellow toned beige. Like, what? This, oh my God, if I came out with a makeup line, this would be one of the first shades that I would come out with, because it just is so perfect. I'm just a sucker for these kind of shades. And then lastly, this, I have used this. I actually wore this shade to, I recently saw Trixie and Katya live, like their new comedy show thing, and it was so good. If they're coming near you, I highly recommend going and seeing them. It was so funny. But this is the shade Smoke Signal. So yeah, I wore this earlier this week. Yeah. Is that not perfect? I really can't get enough. These are beautiful. Just, again, About Face, that's definitely top of my list for this haul event. Now, the blush that I'm wearing today is from Winky Looks. I haven't talked about these blushes in a while, but they are definitely a formula that I think more people need to talk about, and I certainly need to revisit. So these are the Cheeky Rose blushes. This is the shade Crown. And it is like just this perfect little rose. It's very beautiful. The formula itself, and by the way, like when you put a brush in, your finger in, it holds up pretty well. But it's such a nice cream blush formula because it's quite thin. So if you're someone that's just getting into cream blush and this like tickles your fancy, it's a really easy formula to work with and they last really well. And then this is the shade Dodgy. The shade's a little bit brighter. Great for like a pop to the cheek. So those are the two shades. A bunch of Winky Looks products are on sale, but these are the ones specifically that I really love. Next, we have lip and eye products from Flower Beauty. My top recommendation is Flower Beauty Bitten Lip Stain. It is what is on my lips today. I did add a little bit of gloss on top. This is the shade Play. I think that these are such an underrated lip stain from Flower Beauty. I can't wait to talk more about them in my lip stain video that is coming out pretty soon. Fingers crossed. I've been trying out so many freaking lip products recently, you guys, for like these roundup videos I have coming up, but this is such a beautiful formula. It reminds me of a lot of the K-Beauty lip stains, but this is obviously a little bit more accessible if you live in the States. It's just a really gorgeous jelly product that doesn't immediately dry out the lips. It's a very beautiful wash of stain. It has a great even pigmentation when it goes on the lips. Beautiful applicator. I love the colors. You know, this is definitely way more of a neutral kind of lip stain color, which is sometimes hard to find. So this one is definitely a recommendation. I'm in a good mood for a few reasons. One, I feel like the McDonald's Diet Coke is hitting a little bit. If you know, you know. It tastes different. But also, one of my favorite artists came out with a new album today, Alex G. And, you know, when you see an artist that you love really start to gain recognition and like, I don't know, I feel like such intense gratitude when I'm able to experience like art from someone that I really love. And I think there's a difference between being like, oh, I love them, I'm grateful to have them, and then that feeling of gratitude is like definitely hitting me today. I'm gonna leave his album down below, link to it if you guys wanna listen. I would love for more people to listen to his music. I keep getting little whiffs of the fragrance that I have on my skin. I actually saw Khaki like about a week ago and I picked this up for both of us when we went to Ulta together, and it's from Nemat. It's the Vanilla Musk Fragrance Oil. This is so beautiful. It's like, again, vanilla-y, musky, but it's super sexy and it has a really nice warmth, but it's not overwhelming. And I really like that this smells expensive and it's lasting really well on me. I like to put it on my wrists and then kind of do this and like put it in my hair, and it lasts really well in the hair as well. And these are 25% off. So I think this was $17. I mean, you get a decent amount of product in here. So 25% off of that. I think this is like one of the best affordable fragrances that I've ever used. So definitely want to recommend this, and Khaki really liked it when she smelled it too. Next we have Jcat. So a lot of Jcat makeup is on sale, like 50% off. My number one recommendation from Jcat these are the Prismetal Eye Mousses, and I haven't talked about these in a while, but they are just such an incredible moussey texture. The colors are really cool. This is the shade Chrome Crusher, which is my favorite. But if you guys are a fan of like the Rowan eyeshadows, these are very, very similar. They're the most similar that I've found. They just have such intensity to them. Gorgeous wet reflection in there. And I like that depending on what color you have, the textures are a little bit different. So this is the shade Frosty Foil, and this is way more like a glitter topper, way less base pigment. Reminds me a lot of like the disco shade from Ruin. So you can see they're different depending on what shade you get, but they are very, very beautiful, especially if you like to play with textures. If you do lean towards cream formulas, they're not the most long lasting. They will crease on you, but I think if you're more of a fan of that kind of undone creamy, you know, Rowan eye look, then I think that you would probably be a fan of these. Okie dokie, next page. There is so much good product that is on sale right now at Ulta. It's it's awesome. By the way, I am wearing the IT Cosmetics CC cream. I'm pretty sure that all of their minis are like 40% off. So I wanted to throw that out there in case you already love the IT Cosmetics CC cream. I've loved it for a really long time. So if you are also a fan, you wanted to pick up a travel size for traveling or just to test out, I did want to throw that out there. Next up, one of the best deals of this entire sale is the fact that Peach Slices is on sale, and specifically their snail line are all 30% off. When I'm done doing this video, I'm going to immediately go purchase these because I love the snail line so much from Peach Slices. And now my sister does as well because I got her on that. But the first product I tried was the Snail Rescue Intensive Wash Off Mask. It has such a unique, gorgeous texture to it. It almost looks like, I don't know, looks like what I would imagine the inside of like a breast implant would look like. I don't know. It is so soothing on the skin. Redness gone. If you have very dry, irritated skin, if you have acne prone skin, this is going to work for so many different skin types. This is the first product that put me on to Peach Slices, and I was immediately impressed. And then I'm pretty sure that this went viral over on TikTok, and I'm like, damn, okay, like I was happy about that because I had just seen such good results with it. So the next product that I tried out was this. Actually, not this exact product, but it was the Snail Rescue oil-free cream, one without the blue top. And that is such a gorgeous, gorgeous snail moisturizer. If you have oily skin, if you are acne prone, please try that moisturizer because it really does such an incredible job of balancing the skin. It very softly brightens the skin and it heals. Like, I feel like our skin, like across the board, we could all use some better healing products. Not as much actives, just very stripped down, beautiful healing products. And snail mucin has always been an ingredient that I have loved for that specifically. But this is their newer product. It's the Deep Moisture Cream. The only difference I'm seeing with this is that it's just a little bit richer. I also added shea butter to this, which I love. I freaking love shea butter. So I think that for the winter, I'll be reaching towards this one. But if you do have oilier skin and you like a really nice kind of hydro gel kind of moisturizer, I would go with the oil-free version of this. I also picked up the Snail Rescue Intensive Serum. This is small. I was kind of bummed by the amount of product that you get with this, but it is really, really good. Would I immediately recommend this one? I would probably say go with like the Deep Moisture Cream first, but I'm not gonna lie, I really do like it. It's just, you get so little, which is kind of annoying, but this is such a gorgeous hydrating serum. I immediately notice like the plump effect of this when I use it. The cleanser, don't buy the cleanser. At least if you don't like rosemary oil, my skin is quite sensitized to that ingredient. So when I put it on, I could like feel it and I didn't like that about it, which is a bummer. Oh my gosh, I wish that they had kept it fragrance free because everything else in their line is fragrance free. So I don't understand why they decided to do that. It was really a huge bummer. If you have a snail cleanser that you could recommend me, please recommend one down below. And then lastly, their blemish free toner. I will be buying that. I have not tried it, but I have heard so many good things. My friend Sarah Palmyra is a huge fan, and I'm gonna have to buy that. More skincare, the Aveeno Calm and Restore line is also on sale. I've tried all of the products from that line. I've tried the serum, the moisturizer, the cleanser. The oat cleanser is my favorite. Like, if you are a fan of like glossy milky jelly cleanser, look no further. This to me is like is even better than that. It is so nourishing and very gentle. If you are looking for an uber gentle cleanser for the winter, highly recommend this one. Or if you're someone that you wake up in the morning, you're like, I want to cleanse my skin, but I don't really want to do a deep cleanse, and you want to try and balance out the skin, this is a great cleanser for that as well. It has a lot of oat in here. It also has glycerin. It's just such a nice, gentle, nourishing gel cleanser. Fragrance free. absolutely beautiful. I really love the Oak Gel Cleanser as well, but I think that this is better, I think, for normal to combination skin or even oily skin. It's very soothing, but it is more lightweight. So if you are looking for something that is fragrance-free, gentle, and you're not dry, you're one of the other skin types, I think that you might absolutely love this. And Aveeno is all 20% off. Also, one of my favorite sunscreens is on sale. This is from Cotz. It is the Flawless Complexion sunscreen. For winter, this is like my go-to sunscreen. I love that it has a little bit of a tint to it. You don't really notice the tint overall, and I'll show you that is it there, but it just adds this gorgeous blur to the skin and a freshness. It like adds nice hydrated moisture while also adding that touch of cosmetic blur. It's a really, really pretty, fresh looking sunscreen. I love that it's SPF 50 and it's completely mineral. So if you like a mineral sunscreen, this is definitely like my top pick for a mineral sunscreen in general. Kiss lashes are also 30% off. So I wanted to make sure that I recommended the Falscara kit. So this is what I typically do now for any false lash look. I will use the Falscara set. So they give you individual lashes, they give you a bond and a seal, they give you a remover as well, which works really, really well as tweezers. So if you aren't familiar with what these are, so you take a lash like so with the little tweezer, you look up into a mirror and you apply it like this. So I don't have glue on that. It's just kind of sitting there. Oh, yep, I know it's in my eye. But you apply it under the lashes like this. And first you add a little bit of the bond with this tiny little micro brush. You do a little bit of this, you stick it on, and then a lot of the times I don't even use the seal. Like the bond works well on its own. But if you really want it to last a long time, you can use the seal. It just adds this gorgeous, very, very natural looking individual lash look. And I just find it really easy. I like that they have given you a bunch of individual lashes, a variety of different lengths as well. And also the band is very small, which I really appreciate, especially when you're applying them in this way. You need a very small band. So very beautiful stuff. Absolutely recommend that kit. And it is, I think, around $18 for the whole kit. So 30% off, like it makes me even tempted to get a backup. And by the way, I also picked up this from About Face. I know that I was mentioning About Face earlier. I forgot to mention this, but this is the Cheek Freak Blush Balm. And I haven't put it on my cheeks yet. I have swatched this. But I want to go ahead and put a little bit on because I think I could use a little bit more color. And I want to see what this is like. Khaki mentioned that she really likes it. Oh, the shade is really pretty. So I'm going to kind of give this a go today. Hopefully it gets along well. This is more of like a strawberry red kind of shade. I'll add a little bit to the crease up here. Formula kind of reminds me of the Rare Beauty like matte blushes, the ones that came in the little compacts, but this actually wants to stick to my skin. I'm not left with like a choppy look. So that could be like a kind of, not a dupe, like a better than product. So I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind for an upcoming video. Well, that is everything, you guys. And there's more. Like if you go onto their website, there's even more sale items. It's kind of insane. But hopefully this overview was really helpful for you guys. If you do decide to pick anything up, and of course no pressure to do so, like please shop responsibly. But if you did appreciate the video, if you want to help support my channel, you can use any of the links that I have down below. And thank you so much, seriously, to the people that do that. Thank you guys again so much for being here, and I will see you in my next one.